What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel today. So today I'm going to be doing a ranking of all of the 2022 NASCAR Next Gen 164 scale diecasts that I've received so far. While there's only a few that have came out up to this point, I believe there's 9, maybe 10 that have come out so far. I have all but one, I believe, and we are going to rank all of those here on the channel today. So if you haven't checked out my recent videos, I've been reviewing all of the 164 scales from this season that I've gotten very recently, so go check those out if you haven't already. These next gens are pretty hard to get your hands on right now, so other than eBay, I think that they really aren't coming out for a while due to the fact that they are being air freighted to the tracks, so the merchandise haulers have them before everybody else, which means that if you order them online through a retailer like Plan B Sales or Circle B, Diecast Depot, places like that, you're not going to get these diecasts for a little while, probably another few weeks, I would say. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and hop right into the ranking. So starting off with an honorable mention, I do not have this diecast in my possession, although I wish I did. But this is Chase Briscoe's number 14 Mahindra Tractors 164 scale. Like I said, I don't have this car in my possession, so I'm not going to include it in the ranking. If I did have it, it would probably fall towards the bottom. The red and black is pretty cool. I like that color scheme. It's not a bad scheme at all, but it'd probably be mid-pack, which, like I said, there's only 8 schemes, I believe, that I have here. So, if something's in 6th or 7th, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad. That just means that it doesn't really stack up well against the ones that have came out so far. So, and a little disclaimer also, none of these schemes I would consider bad. A lot of it comes down to the quality of the diecast from Lionel, and we'll see that in just a moment. But none of these schemes I hate. I might critique them when I'm doing this ranking, but I don't hate these schemes at all. So that's the honorable mention. Chase Briscoe's number 14 Mahindra Tractors for Stewart-Haas Racing. So let's go ahead and hop right into the ranking. Coming in at number 8 is going to be Alex Bowman's number 48 Ally 164 scale. And a lot of people probably could have guessed this right off the bat. It's nothing against the scheme. I understand that the rendering that Hendrick sent to them was kind of a cream color, but they just didn't get these rims right. I was watching the race at Road America, and the gunmetal's supposed to be the color of these rims, but it just doesn't look good. These are too bright. The scheme just looks dull, and it's too cream, and the car looks more white on track. So Lionel didn't really do a good job. Like I said, Hendrick sent them a rendering, I'm sure, that looked cream, but it just doesn't really work for me, and I don't really think it works for a lot of people. But as far as the scheme itself, it's a cool paint scheme. I like the color design and the way that it's supposed to look. It just, unfortunately, is not the best diecast. Coming in at number 7 is going to be Austin Cindric's Richmond Menard scheme. So this scheme's not bad at all. I mentioned in the review for this diecast that it kind of surprised me how much I really liked this car once I got it in my hands. But it's just kind of, it's a simple Penske scheme. It's something you'll see Blaney driving as well. The silver rims look really, really nice on it. I will give it that. And it's not a bad scheme whatsoever. It's just, as it stacks up against these other ones that we have, it's kind of towards the bottom. So it's not a bad scheme whatsoever. It looks pretty good, and it looks good on the next gen paint schemes as well. So this is Austin Cindric's Richmond water heaters coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is going to be Austin Cindric's Discount Tire Ford Mustang. So back-to-back Austin Cindric cars. Like I said previously, nothing wrong with this scheme at all. It kind of looks odd with the new paint scheme, the new design with the number pushed forward. I don't really like the way the 2's positioned, so to say. It just looks like it's, I know it's where it's supposed to be, but it just doesn't look good for me. This is a scheme that I feel like benefited very well with having the number in the middle of the door, and I'll stand by that. It doesn't look bad. I like the red and the black color scheme that's included here, and it's a classic scheme. It's kind of bland, but it's definitely a staple for Penske throughout the years. But it's just one of those cars. It would have looked better with last year's scheme. So nothing really too bad about it, though. I don't hate it whatsoever, but it comes in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is going to be Ryan Blaney's number 12 Menards Ford Mustang. So before you go ahead into the comments and say that I hate Team Penske, I really don't. You know, I think their schemes are kind of, you know, I'm not a huge fan of neon, but, and I'm not, you know, the schemes that they run that aren't Menards are really cool. I like those, but I'm just not a huge fan of the Menard schemes. However, like I said about the Richmond car, it looks good. This car looks really good, and I like this Blaney scheme. It's just the green and the neon just they kind of clash for me. You know, if we could get a full Lidman car, that would be really cool. But I do feel like the green and the neon work better together than the neon and black. I don't really know if I mentioned that in the Austin Cindric portion of this ranking, but the green and the neon don't look too terribly bad together, and the silver rims really look nice on this car, as they did on the other Austin Cindric cars. And, you know, it's just a classic Blaney scheme. We've seen this scheme throughout the years quite a bit, I believe, with probably the 2 car as well and the 12. But you know, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too special, and that's why it comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4 is going to be Kevin Harvick's number 4 Busch Light Beer Ford Mustang. So, again, nice scheme. Looks really good with the new way the schemes are designed. They did a good job using the Busch logo right there going all the way through the door. The silver looks really cool. I like the light blue mountains and how they kind of have a metallic finish to it. It's a really nice scheme. And, you know, I really like this car. I don't really have anything negative to say about it. It looks really nice. And it comes in at number 4. So for the top 3, I've kind of went back and forth with these cars. But, you know, at the end of the day, they're all 3. And, you know, like I said, all of the cars in this ranking are really nice in their own way. Maybe other than the Bowman. But, you know, these top 3 are really close. And, you know, I like all 3 of them really, really good. So coming in at number 3 is going to be Kyle Larson's HendrickCars.com Chevrolet. So the reason that this scheme fell down to number 3 and isn't number 1 is because I feel like this scheme really benefited from the scheme last year. It would look so much better the way it did last year. And I know that's not necessarily the team's fault. They had to do what they had to do. But, you know, looking at it on diecast form, the HendrickCars.com just looks way too long, as it does in real life as well. It just doesn't look natural to me for some reason. But then again, like I said, it's a beautiful paint scheme. It just looks better on last year's schemes, on last year's bodies. So the diecast was good. I don't remember any errors really from this car at all. It looks really nice other than that hiring text right there. But the diecast is, you know, as a whole is pretty nice, and I like the paint scheme. I like the color design. You know, it's classic Team Hendrick, but he just looked better on last year's scheme. So don't hate on me in the comments. Let me know if you think I should have put this scheme higher down below. So this is Kyle Larson's HendrickCars.com Chevrolet coming in at number 3. Coming in at number 2 and runner-up is going to be probably a surprising one for a lot of people, but you know, I'll try to back it up. But this is Harrison Burton's number 21 Ford Motorcraft Mustang. So hear me out. This is one of the first times in a long time, you know, NASCAR has allowed chrome numbers, roof, not roof numbers, but chrome or metallic numbers, or I think anything that's, it can be anything other than solid, I guess. But anyway, the chrome numbers coming back for Wood Brothers looks absolutely beautiful. And it looks different from different angles. You know, from that angle, it looks a certain way, but if you look from the bottom, it looks darker. You know, the way it's turned, it looks differently. And I feel like Lionel did a really good job with capturing how a chrome number is supposed to look. So shout out to them for that. They did a really good job with, you know, making the numbers pop. And then I feel like, you know, just classic NASCAR scheme right here. While it would look better, obviously, with last year's body, they did do a good job using the Ford logos right here, I think, and the Quick Lane logos. So I'm a really big fan of this diecast. And, you know, maybe 10 years from now when they've went back to the numbers being in the middle of the door, we'll be like, hey, that's a cool, you know, Wood Brothers scheme that really stands out. So it's just a nice scheme altogether. So this is Harrison Burton's Ford Motorcraft Mustang coming in at number 2. So coming in at number 1, if you've not been able to tell at this point yet, is Christopher Bell's number 20 DeWalt Toyota Camry. So like I said about the 21 car, neither one of them are allowed to have chrome roof numbers, I don't believe, but Lionel went ahead and did us a solid. It looks better this way, in my opinion. Somebody commented that on a video. I'm actually not sure if that's true, but either way, if you're looking at the diecast from this angle, the roof number looks gray, but if you look at it from the top, it's like a metallic finish, or like chrome. Not metallic, but it's really chrome. Same thing with the side numbers. It looks really nice. It really pops for me. I love the yellow and black on the DeWalt. You know, I'm a sucker for the DeWalt schemes. They've always been nice throughout the years, and this scheme is no different. They did a good job with the DeWalt logo, big and bold on the sides. While it is odd that they don't have anything on the quarter panel, you know, I like the way that the DeWalt logo is showcased right here. And, you know, the thing that really sets this diecast at the top for me so far is the chrome numbers. Same thing with the 21 car. I gave this one the edge because I just think the scheme's really, you know, a lot better. And I know the Wood Brothers scheme's classic, but this is just more modern. And this looks like a modern next-gen car. And I feel like Lionel did a really good job with the numbers and the scheme and everything else. So this is Christopher Bell's number 20 DeWalt Toyota Camry coming in at number 1. So with that being said, let me know which diecast I got wrong, which ones I got right. Let me know which way you would rank these cars down below in the comment section. Remember that this is just my ranking. This is just my opinion. So I'm sure we'll all have different opinions on which car was too high or which car was too low. I'm hoping to, you know, continue getting the 164s that come out this year and continue doing these ranking videos. So be on the lookout for those, you know, in the next few months at least, if they'll get these diecast out pretty soon, hopefully. But that's going to do it for me in this video. Reach up there and hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a great day, and I'll see you all in the next one.